If God's advice has touched your heart, you can support the channel by donating via the QR code or the link in the description. May God bless you.
My child, stay close to me. I need only 1 minute of your time. Please do not ignore this moment. I am not asking for much, and I am not asking without reason. I have been waiting for you to answer me. Not with perfection, not with long prayers, but with attention. Tonight is not ordinary. Something has been building. Something has been pressing on your heart. And what I must tell you will change everything if you listen. Not tomorrow, not later, now. My child, do not scroll past this. I know how quickly your mind moves. I know how easily you tell yourself you will come back when things are quieter, when you feel more ready, when you have more strength. But hear me clearly. Silence is no longer safe for your heart. You have reached a point where continuing without listening will cost you more than pausing ever could. I am speaking now because this moment cannot be delayed any longer. I know you are tired. I know you are full of thoughts, responsibilities, and quiet worries you do not share with anyone. I know you may feel stretched thin, unsure how much more you can carry. That is exactly why I am asking for 1 minute, not to burden you but to meet you, not to demand effort but to give direction, not to overwhelm you but to steady you. This minute is not about time. It is about alignment. My beloved child, I am not asking for hours. I am asking for 1 minute because what I am about to place into your spirit tonight is an answer you have been crying for without words. You have asked me questions in the quiet. You have looked for signs. You have wondered if I was still listening, still near, still involved. You may not have said it out loud, but your heart has been speaking. I have heard it all. I have waited patiently, not because I was distant, but because I was careful. I did not want to speak before your heart was ready to hear without fear. But now the waiting has done its work. The questions you carry have ripened. The weariness you feel has softened you. And this moment has arrived not by accident but by design. You may feel a tension inside you right now, a pull to keep listening and a pull to move on. That tension is not confusion, it is recognition. Your spirit knows this is for you. Even if your mind tries to resist, something deeper is responding. And if this resonates with you, if you feel that pull, type amen in the comments. Let that simple word be your way of saying yes to what is unfolding here. My child, I am not speaking to you because you have failed. I am speaking to you because you matter. I am not calling you out of anger. I am calling you out of love. There are things ahead of you that require clarity, and clarity begins with listening. There are decisions forming in your life that will shape your peace, and peace begins with alignment. I do not want you to walk forward carrying confusion when I am ready to give you direction. You may think 1 minute cannot make a difference, but 1 minute of listening can change a lifetime of wandering. 1 minute of attention can open a door you have been knocking on for months. 1 minute of stillness can quiet fears that have been shouting for too long. I see how you have been trying to hold everything together. I see how you keep going even when you feel unsure. I see how you tell yourself you are fine when something inside you knows you are not. You have been strong, but strength without rest becomes heavy. Faith without reassurance becomes fragile. That is why I am asking you to stay just for this moment. This is not about earning anything from me. You do not need to prove your devotion. You do not need to perform or impress. You only need to be present. I already know your heart. I already know your fears. I already know your questions. What I want now is to remind you that you are not alone in any of it. Tonight is different because something has shifted. The season you have been in is reaching its end, and the next one cannot begin in confusion. I am preparing you to move forward with peace instead of panic, with trust instead of doubt. But preparation begins here in this moment of listening before any outward change takes place. You may have felt like I was quiet. You may have wondered if you were waiting too long. You may have questioned whether you heard me correctly in the past. I am here now to reassure you. I have not changed my mind about you. I have not forgotten your prayers. I have not lost track of your life. I have been guiding you even when you could not see the path clearly. Please stay with me. Do not rush away from this. Let your breath slow. Let your thoughts settle. You do not need to have everything figured out to listen. You do not need to be calm to receive peace. You do not need to be confident to be guided. You only need to be willing, my child. This minute is a gift, not a demand. It is an invitation into clarity, not a warning of punishment. I am not here to frighten you with urgency, but to focus you with love. What I am about to speak into your life will not confuse you. It will steady you. It will not burden you. It will lift you. It will not rush you. It will align you. You have been asking for an answer. You have been longing for confirmation. You have been hoping for peace that lasts longer than a moment. That is why I am here now. That is why I am asking for this minute. Because your answer is not far away. It is not hidden from you. It is not reserved for someone else. It is here waiting for you to listen. I know how full your life has become. I see how little space you have left inside yourself. I see how every day pulls at you from every side. How your mind is crowded with responsibilities, worries, plans, and questions that never seem to end. I am not unaware of your exhaustion. I am not blind to your distractions. I am not distant from your emotional overload. You have been living in a constant state of giving your time, your energy, your thoughts, your strength. Even when your body slows down, your mind keeps running. Even when you try to rest, your heart keeps carrying what tomorrow might bring. You tell yourself you will pause later, that you will listen more deeply when things settle. But they rarely do, and I know this. I know how life presses in on you. That is why I do not ask for what you cannot give. I ask for what you already have but rarely protect your attention. This minute is not about duration, it is about direction. 1 minute turned toward me can do more than hours spent distracted. 1 minute of stillness can open doors that weeks of effort cannot. You have been trying to figure things out by thinking harder, moving faster, pushing through. But transformation does not begin with effort. It begins with surrender, and surrender does not require much time. It requires willingness. I know you have been looking for a sign, for confirmation that you are on the right path. You have been searching for reassurance in the voices around you, in the approval of others, in circumstances aligning perfectly. But my child, the sign you have been looking for is not external. It is internal. It is this stirring in your heart right now. It is this pull to keep listening. It is this recognition that something within you is responding to truth. If this is speaking to your heart right now, share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Sometimes the breakthrough someone else is waiting for comes through your willingness to share. Your obedience in this small act could be the answered prayer for someone struggling in silence tonight. My child, you are tired because you have been carrying too much alone. You have been strong for so long that you forgot what it feels like to rest without guilt. You have learned how to function under pressure, but pressure was never meant to be permanent. I am asking for this minute so you can remember what it feels like to be held instead of always holding. There have been mornings when you woke up already weary, when the thought of facing another day felt heavier than it should. You put on strength like a garment, smiled when you needed to, responded when you were asked. But beneath that surface, something in you was quietly crying out for relief, for someone to see, for permission to be human, to be imperfect, to not have all the answers. I have watched you navigate conversations where you felt invisible, where your words seemed to fall into empty space. I have seen you give your best and wonder if it mattered. I have witnessed you serve others while your own heart remained unattended, and I want you to know that I saw every moment. Nothing about your journey has been insignificant to me. You have wondered why certain doors remained closed, why certain prayers seemed to echo back unanswered, why the path forward felt so unclear when others around you seemed to move with such certainty. Those closed doors were not rejections. They were redirections. Those unanswered prayers were not ignored. They were being refined. That unclear path was not abandonment. It was preparation. I know there are questions circling your mind that you have not spoken aloud. Questions about direction, about purpose, about whether you are moving in the right way. Those questions are not signs of weak faith. They are signs of a heart that cares deeply about living with meaning. I am not frustrated by your questions. I am moved by your sincerity. You have spent nights wondering if anyone truly sees you, not the version of you that smiles and functions, but the real you beneath the surface, the one who carries doubts, who feels uncertain, who wrestles with fear. I see that version of you. I have always seen it, and I am not disappointed. I am present. There were moments when you questioned your worth, when you wondered if your presence mattered, if your absence would even be noticed. Those thoughts wounded you quietly. They settled into your spirit and made you doubt yourself in ways you never spoke about. But hear me now. Your value has never been measured by how many people see you or understand you. Your value was established the moment I formed you. You are known completely by me, and that knowing is filled with love. You have struggled internally in ways that felt too complicated to explain. Conflicting emotions pulled you in different directions. Hope rose, then fear followed. Faith grew, then doubt whispered. You tried to make sense of it all, but it left you feeling confused and tired. You wondered why it seemed so easy for others to be certain, while you wrestled so deeply. My child, that struggle is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of sincerity. Hearts that care deeply often feel deeply. I saw you on the nights when tears came without warning. Tears you did not plan to cry. Tears that surprised you with their intensity. You told yourself you were fine, that you were just tired. But inside something was breaking open. Those tears were not a failure. They were a release. They were your heart letting go of what it could no longer hold. And every tear was noticed. Every tear was gathered. None of them were wasted. Each one carried a prayer you could not form with words. Each one represented a burden you were finally willing to release. I know there have been moments when you felt embarrassed by your emotions, when you wished you were stronger, more composed, less affected by the weight of life. But my child, your capacity to feel is not a flaw. It is a gift. It means you are alive. It means you are engaged. It means you have not grown callous or numb to the things that matter. The world may tell you to toughen up, to push through, to hide what you feel. But I am telling you something different. I am telling you that your tears have a language all their own, and I understand every word. I am telling you that your sensitivity is not something to overcome, but something to steward. I am telling you that in a world that often grows cold and indifferent, your ability to feel deeply is a reflection of my own heart. And before you continue, if this is touching something deep within you, take a moment to leave a comment below. Share what you are feeling. Sometimes putting words to your experience is the first step toward healing. Your vulnerability could be the very thing that gives someone else permission to be honest about their own struggles. You have carried unanswered prayers longer than you expected. At first you prayed with hope and anticipation. Later you prayed with persistence. And then there were times when you stopped praying altogether. Not because you stopped believing, but because it hurt to keep asking. You wondered if silence meant no. You wondered if waiting meant rejection. You wondered if you were doing something wrong. My beloved child, unanswered does not mean ignored. Waiting does not mean unwanted. Silence does not mean absence. Sometimes my silence is not withholding, it is protecting. Sometimes my no is not rejection, it is redirection. Sometimes my wait is not delay, it is development. I have been working in ways you could not see, removing obstacles you did not know existed, preparing you for answers that require a stronger foundation than you had before. You prayed for open doors, but I was strengthening your legs for the journey beyond them. You prayed for clarity, but I was deepening your trust for the seasons when vision would be limited. You prayed for immediate relief, but I was building endurance in you that would carry you through not just this challenge, but many to come. Every prayer you have whispered in desperation, every petition you have repeated until your voice grew tired, every silent cry that rose from your heart in the middle of ordinary moments, I have received them all. Not one has been dismissed, not one has been forgotten, and the timing of the answer has never been about your worthiness. It has always been about what is best for you. I have been with you in the internal struggle you hide so well. The struggle to stay hopeful when disappointment repeats itself. The struggle to trust when clarity feels far away. The struggle to believe that something good is still unfolding when you cannot see it yet. You have fought battles in your mind that no one applauded. You have endured moments that never made it into stories you share. But I have seen them all. And I am proud of your endurance. Even when you did not feel strong, you have fought battles in your mind that no one applauded. You have endured moments that never made it into stories you share. But I have seen them all. And I am proud of your endurance, even when you did not feel strong. There were times when you felt ashamed of your pain, as if you should be past it by now. You told yourself you should be grateful, stronger, more faithful. You compared your heart to others and wondered why yours felt so heavy. But my child, pain is not erased by comparison. Healing is not rushed by shame. I do not look at your struggles with disappointment. I look at them with compassion. Your heart has been crying out for reassurance, not always for answers. You wanted to know you were not alone. You wanted to know you were still seen. You wanted to know that the story was not over. Even when you could not name those desires, they rose within you like a quiet plea, and I heard them. I heard them in the pauses between your thoughts. I heard them in the sighs you released without realizing why. I heard them in the longing that followed you through your days. You have wondered if anyone truly knows you, if anyone sees beyond what you show, if anyone understands the depth of what you feel. Hear me now. I know you completely. I know your fears and your hopes. I know your questions and your faith. I know what excites you and what scares you. There is nothing hidden from me, and nothing about you that causes me to turn away. The nights of overthinking did not weaken you. They revealed your desire for meaning. The silent tears did not diminish you. They showed your capacity to feel deeply. The loneliness did not define you. It pointed you toward a connection only I can fully provide. You are not broken because you feel these things. You are human and you are loved. Every unspoken cry has reached me. Not one was lost in the noise of the world. Not one fell short because you could not find the right words. I do not require perfect prayers. I receive honest hearts, and your heart has been honest with me. Even when you tried to hide it from yourself, I saw it. My beloved child, you do not need to carry this alone anymore. You do not need to wonder if your pain matters. You do not need to question whether your tears were seen. I am here with you now just as I have been with you then. I am not distant from your struggle. I am present in it, ready to bring comfort, ready to bring peace, ready to remind you that you are deeply known and deeply loved. Stay with me. Let your heart rest in this truth. You have never cried alone. You have never struggled unseen, and you have never been beyond my reach. Tonight is different, and I want you to feel that truth settle gently into your spirit. This is not just another night that will pass and blur into the next. This is not another moment lost in routine or swallowed by exhaustion. Tonight stands apart because something has shifted in the unseen, and you are standing at the edge of it. I am speaking now because the timing is right. Not just around you, but within you. Your heart has reached a place where it can no longer be carried forward by habit alone. It needs truth, alignment, and rest. And those things are meeting you here. You may not have noticed the shift at first. It did not arrive with noise or spectacle. It came quietly, like a change in the air that you feel before you can explain it. You sensed it as restlessness, as a deeper weariness, as a question that would not leave you alone. You sensed it as a longing that grew stronger instead of fading. That was not confusion. That was preparation. That was your spirit recognizing that something old was ending and something new was drawing near. Tonight is different because you are different than you were before. You have walked through seasons that stretched you, humbled you, and stripped away illusions you once depended on. You have learned what does not sustain you. You have learned what drains you. You have learned what cannot carry the weight of your heart. Even when you felt unsure, even when you felt lost, those lessons were shaping you. They were making space inside you for what I am ready to give. There is a divine alignment taking place that you cannot see with your eyes. Things are moving into place beyond your awareness. Hearts are shifting, circumstances are adjusting, paths are being cleared. I have been arranging details quietly, patiently, faithfully. Conversations you had months ago are bearing fruit now in ways you cannot yet trace. Seeds you planted in obedience, even when you could not see the harvest, are beginning to break through the soil. People you have prayed for are experiencing shifts in their own lives that will eventually intersect with yours in ways that will astonish you. Doors you thought were closed forever are being reconsidered by the one who holds every key. I have been orchestrating connections, timing encounters, and preparing hearts, including yours, for what is about to unfold. This is not random chance. This is not coincidence. This is divine intentionality, and you are at the center of it. Not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. Not because you have earned it, but because I have chosen it. And tonight marks a point where those unseen movements are ready to meet your awareness. That is why I am speaking now. That is why this message reached you at this exact moment and not another. This is not random. I do not speak by accident. I do not interrupt without purpose. I know the weight of your confusion. I know how tired you have become from carrying questions without answers. If this moment were delayed further, that weariness would deepen. Confusion left unaddressed becomes discouragement. Waiting without reassurance becomes heaviness. I am intervening now because I do not want your heart to harden under the weight of uncertainty. Tonight is different because heaven has marked it. There are times when patience builds strength, and there are times when patience without direction begins to drain life. You have reached the boundary between those two. Continuing in silence would not refine you anymore. It would only exhaust you. So I am speaking now, not to rush you, but to rescue you from unnecessary weariness. If this word has touched your heart, if you sense that this is your moment, let others know by liking this message. Your simple action could be what helps this reach someone else who desperately needs to hear it tonight. My child, I am with you. I have always been with you. And what comes next is not something to fear. It is something to receive with open hands and a trusting heart. The clarity you have been longing for is closer than you think. The peace you have been seeking is not earned by more effort. It is received by more trust. The breakthrough you have been praying for is not delayed by my reluctance. It is being timed by my wisdom. You do not need to understand everything to move forward. You do not need to see the entire path to take the next step. You only need to know that I am with you, that I am for you, and that I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. Every season of waiting has been preparing you. Every moment of uncertainty has been refining you. Every test of your faith has been strengthening you. And now, as you stand on the edge of what is next, I want you to know that you are ready, not because you feel ready, but because I have made you ready. Not because you have figured everything out, but because you have learned to trust the one who has. The season ahead will require the very things the past season developed in you. Nothing has been wasted. Everything has been purposeful. Stay close to me, listen deeply, and let tonight be the beginning of the clarity you have been longing for. If this message has spoken to your spirit, share it with someone who needs encouragement. And if you want to support the creation of more messages like this, consider leaving a comment about what this meant to you. Your words matter, and they could be exactly what someone else needs to see to keep going.